Gentlemen, it is no secret that we are currently going through a male loneliness epidemic. A 2023 study by Equimundo showed that 65% of men between the ages of 18 and 23 agree with the statement, "No one knows me well." Meanwhile, 22% of men are either not looking for a relationship or are unable to make one. And unfortunately, a lot of companies are seeing this and are using it to their advantage. Which brings me to the topic of AI friendship apps.
We're not doing well. I've been going in circles for an hour.
Everybody is out here thinking that Muslim immigration and gay rights will be the end of Western civilization. Like, wake up, sheeple! The Leviathan is here, and it looks like an anime woman. So, a couple of months ago, I started getting ads for this app called Linky AI that allows you to have conversations with AI girls. The ads themselves are pretty generic, showing you what kinds of conversations you can have with these bots, which even to a single man like me isn't appealing. Hey there, smirks. Ready for a little game? What game? A game that will make us closer. Just close your eyes. You know, if the people in charge of marketing for this app were hired to make an ad against drinking, alcohol consumption would jump by 75%. That's how unappealing these ads are. So, needless to say, I wasn't convinced because I'm not a desperate neckbeard with zero redeeming qualities whatsoever. And I'm not even joking, I actually got a sponsorship offer from one of these apps called Coco AI, but even I wouldn't stoop as low as to promote that shit. Hey, I may be a heartless commentary YouTuber, but I sure as hell am no sellout. But you know what? In the name of research, let's check some of these apps out, and hey, maybe they're not as bad as I think they are. So Linky is the first app we are going to check out because that was the one I was getting ads for. It's rated for people who are above 17, so if any one of you is below that age, please beware, there may be jump scares on this app. So we've got a bunch of characters here that we can talk to, one of whom is your bratty daughter called Jenny, which is very fucking weird.
People have started to mate with vegetables.
Like, out of all scenarios you could have put in this app, why did you have to go with the incest option? Either the people who made this app are some inbred freakazoids, or they're Japanese. So, apart from our own daughter, we can also interact with a furry, a literal fucking dragon. Like, the developers just took their own fetishes and combined them into this degenerate abomination of an app. It really makes me think, you know what, maybe North Korea was right to censor the internet. Okay, we literally have a bot here called Wet Pussy, and her profession is a live streamer. I mean, the joke writes itself. Alright, we're gonna talk to Sabrina, who is apparently a gangster, you know, so she's proper serious. No, she's a savage. I cannot believe I just said savage, unironically, in 2024. I need to get a lobotomy after this video. You owe money to the mischievous Sabrina Rivers, and now she has kidnapped you. She demands the overdue 50k payment. Okay, what did I need 50k for? Like, what was I gonna spend it on? CSGO cases? Where's my money? You know what you owe me, don't you? I spent all of that shit buying skins in Roblox. She smirks and leans on the table, tapping her fingers. Do you really think I didn't expect this? That's why I came here myself. Literally don't care. Go to the kitchen, make me a salad. Okay, so there is also a subscription service where you pay 10 fucking euros per month to get all of these perks, none of which are going to be beneficial in the real world. Like with 10 euros, you can buy a Netflix subscription and enjoy a bunch of good movies. With this, like, what do you get out of this? Just a false sense of connection? It's just a waste of money. It's literally like taking $1 and wiping your ass with it. So the next app we're gonna check out is called Jupy, AI Roleplay Fantasy Chat. Welcome to Jupy. Connect with fascinating virtual characters and dive into engaging conversations. or alternatively you can go outside and talk to actual people instead of a soulless bot that is just pretending to be some exciting character. What is your name? Let's go with Lada Granta. I am non-binary, you know, we're widening our options here, you know, there's nothing wrong with being a bit diverse. What age group are you in? Okay, this is weird. Why do you have options for 4 to 11 years old and 12 to 17 years old? Why are you implying that you're okay with minors being on this app, considering the kind of content they can expect to find here? Isn't this the kind of app where kids should not be? And this app is already rated 17 plus on the App Store, so this has to be breaking some kind of TOS. A few notes before we start. Everything expressed by the characters in this app, okay, but continue, agree, okay, whatever, don't care. You state that you're at least 18 years of age. Bro, you literally had an option for 4 and 11 and fucking 12 to 17 year olds. What are you talking about? You clearly allow minors to be on this app. Shut your bitch ass up. Limited time offer ends in 46 minutes, all in. 180 euros per year. Like, at that point, just take a pile of money and burn it. Like, all of this shit you see here, it is utterly and completely worthless. Spend your money somewhere else. Welcome to the past, La de Granta, says a disembodied voice. Bruh, who is that? Medieval turns around, holding a torchlight that illuminates the area. Oh, I am your guide through this mysterious world. They step closer, their armor clanking softly. I go by Medieval. What brings you here? Alright, now that we've taken a look at these apps and determined that they are massive pieces of shit, you might be wondering, well, is there any concrete evidence that these apps are actually bad for you? And the answer, yes, there is. I found this study conducted by the University of Surrey, which analyzed the effects of AI friendship apps on people's behaviors. In the first part, they analyzed posts made by people on a subreddit dedicated to one such AI friendship app called Replica and conducted interviews with 21 of the available users. There were 4 conclusions made from this study. Number 1, the participants believed these apps made them less lonely. Number 2, the AI friends were always there for them. Number 3, the AI friends had no mind of their own and only told them what they wanted to hear. And number 4, they acknowledged the usage of the app was addictive. Now, the biggest points I want to tackle are the last 2 because they address how they affect people's behaviors, and they are the best example of why these apps are the digital equivalent of heroin. If you constantly get told only what you want to hear, you become more and more detached from reality as your ego grows to the size of Jupiter. Kanye West is a prime example of that. Do you guys remember that Instagram livestream he did where he ranted about random shit while surrounded by a crowd of 30 people and not a single one of them bothered to tell him to calm down and were just, yeah, I agree with everything that you're saying. And for all the Kanye stans out there, I love Kanye, I adore his music, but consider this, if Kanye wasn't surrounded by yes men all the time, Donda 2 would have actually been good. Just as the monkeys you see in a zoo cannot evolve because they are not in competition with any other species and don't venture out into an environment that forces them to adapt, we humans cannot evolve if we place ourselves in socially isolated spaces. So therefore, these AI friendship apps are a tool for social stagnation, which is made even worse when you consider that these people admit they are addicted to using these apps. You don't get to meet with people who will open up a new perspective on life and critique you if you do something wrong. You just trap yourself in a hug box, which sure, may make you feel good, but it won't lead you to improving as a person. The solution is to tidy up your room, wash your ass, go outside, and talk to actual people. But I'm not done yet, because I want to talk about another topic that I feel needs to be addressed when it comes to men being turned into losers. Now, I'm going to be completely transparent with you. I don't have many social interactions outside of Discord, and yet I'm able to maintain a degree of sanity and resist the urge to become an overly parasocial retard. And this brings me onto VTubers. We cannot deny at this point that these creatures have established themselves as a force to be reckoned with in the online world. I mean, when you have VTubers collaborating with LA Dodgers and broadcasting themselves at the MLB game, that is a sign they're not going anywhere anytime soon. And something else that is not going anywhere anytime soon is the inability of these creators' fans to just not be overly parasocial.
Zamza, thank you. I like you. Would you like to go out with me? No, thank you, but thank you for the $500. That's a lot of money. I'm not laughing at you! I'm laughing at how strange the situation is. That's a fuck ton of money. You could have asked that with 50 cents. I don't know what the minimum is on YouTube.
That clip I just played you is from a stream by Pipkin Pippa, a VTuber who is actually pretty entertaining.
Oh, you bitch! Oh, I hate you! I hate women! Oh, God! I hate women!
And the person who donated $500 is a great example of what happens when you combine being terminally online with having Down syndrome. I mean, first of all, why are you donating so much money? That is almost as much as the median weekly salary of a 20-year-old American. You can spend that money on groceries that will last you minimum 3 weeks, but instead you choose to waste it on an anime girl. And second of all, that is the most pathetic attempt to court a woman I have ever seen. You seriously expect a person who doesn't even know you to agree to go on a date with you just because you donated your entire paycheck to her? Like blood, you are a fucking loser, a retarded one at that. Obviously, I would like to say that creators are not responsible for what their fans are doing. These people are fully in control of their actions and are choosing to be mentally retarded, which is why I think it's important for these people to be taught on how to tone down their parasocial levels and go outside and touch grass. The biggest problem by far with these parasocial relationships is that they can eventually turn into obsession and actually become a detriment to the creators they like. In South Korea, there is already a word for people like this, sasaeng fans. And if you think Dream stans or K-pop stans or Swifties are bad, you haven't seen anything yet. Just earlier this year, a K-pop star named Karina announced that she was in a relationship, and her fans' response was to go schizo mode and bully her. Some fans even drove a truck with an electric billboard displaying this message.
Is the love fans give you not enough? Why did you choose to betray fans? Please personally apologize to us. Otherwise, you will see the drop in album sales and empty concert venues.
And a couple of days later, the K-pop star apologized and the couple split. This is what happens when you let parasocial relationships transform from just enjoying a person's content to trying to control every single aspect of their life. And in all honesty, and I don't even care if this is breaking YouTube TOS, these people don't just need a psychiatrist, they need electroshock therapy. And I know that may sound harsh and inhuman, but how else can you deal with these animals? Now, obviously there is another side to this argument, because I found this study conducted in China that talks about parasocial attachments with VTubers during the COVID-19 pandemic. And in the results part, it says that men who considered VTubers as a source of security were more encouraged to overcome difficulties in life, especially when compared to their female counterparts. Obviously the pandemic is over now, so this research is less relevant, but still, it says a lot about how such attachments could foster some benefits for the audience. But anyway guys, that is the end of this very epic commentary video. Thank you all so much for watching and for all of your support. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, turn notifications on. Please comment because it really helps me out in the algorithm. Also, join my Discord server and follow me on the cesspit known as Twitter. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.